One of the main big ideas revolves around Stalin's paranoia towards the people, which created a state filled with fear. During Stalin's reign, he used children for the so-called good of Russia. His ideas of education to raise children to follow him by using propaganda. He was to train young people for slots in the economy, social, political, and cultural life to be followed in the state. Children being raised in Russia were convinced of his ideas. Stalin's paranoia convinced himself that everyone must follow him, and he was willing to do anything to stay in power, if that meant convincing the next generation or punishing the sinners.
One of the most brutal realities Stalin created was the gulags and the slave labor within their camps.
Anyone who was against Stalin was immediately removed from society and forced to work for the state under brutal conditions. Sometimes these conditions would result in death.
Their sentences were ridiculous, ranging from a few months all the way to a lifetime of imprisonment. Stalin saw the need for labor. He noticed the cost of a slave was food, just to keep them alive. Stalin scared the population by criminal legislation for small and everyday mistakes.
This benefited Stalin in the creation of a modern-day Russia at the time. Not only did the new legislation strike fear into the heart of the people, but so did the purges and the show trials. Stalin kept the Russian people in fear of these purges and show trials. The purges for non-believers to confess themselves in front of the Communist Party. Afterwards, they would be either killed or imprisoned. This escalated into the people of Russia turning on their neighbors, families, and friends in the Communist Party. They would accuse each other of being non-believers in Stalin's ideas. All three of these big ideas had a huge impact on the entire state, all across Russia.